hello, and happy midweek Wednesday to all of my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Cancers. Let's get right into it, Cancers. You should still be planting seeds of intentions and how you want this cycle to look for you, but also resting, like resting your mind. And this is your quiet, creating time. You're a very creative sign as a water sign, very creative sign as a water sign, and so you should be resting somewhere near water, recharging right now, taking your time, taking a breather, replenishing. Any emotions that you have poured out. You're replenishing through nature. Okay, let's get into it. Nine of Cups. We also have the Four of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. I'm talking to you if you have Cancer anywhere in your chart. Not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your chart, including your MC or your IC. So the first card that leads this is the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups, which is great, right? We also have the Four of Wands. We also have the Ten of Cups. We also have the Queen of Wands. We also have the Seven of Wands. And we also have the Three of Wands. Okay. Wow, very, very nice. Okay, so let me share this with you first and foremost, Cancer. So we'll make sure that So at the time of filming, Mercury, the planet Mercury, the planet of communication and learning, is post shadow retrograde, right? So it was retrograde until the 18th of January, and so it went into post shadow until February the 7th. This is going to be really important for you all to understand because not only because like I said, it's the planet of communication and learning. So that means that because you all are receivers by default, source is sending messages through your dreams, sending downloads, feelings. You all are the I feel sign. So whatever messages that source is trying to get to you about your peace and protecting your inner child, I see you all hearing that loud and clear. Pay close attention, Cancers, please, because this is what's going to be most important. This is you and you protecting your inner child. If your inner child feels attacked in any way, shape, form, or fashion, that's really attacking your peace, which is more. It's worth more than any amount of money in the world. Your peace is priceless, right? If there are any energies that are currently around you, or if they're part of your past, and every time you think about them, their energy drains you. You get upset, or you think about it so long, you just feel like you're just draining all of your emotions. You will be able to defend your decision to move on from something or someone without coming across as defensive, because again, this is your rest time. This is your recharging time. So you don't need to pick up the phone and go, "Hey, you know what? You burned me for the last time. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I don't need to be connected to you anymore." This is your rest time, Cancer. You don't need to make any announcements whatsoever. If somebody burns you deep enough, guess what? They burned a bridge. But guess what comes across the bridge? First of all, you're going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted because you've, in your mind, decided, I've gotten my rest. I've made peace with it. They burned a bridge with me. I need to move on, right? But also, if you desire to be in a romantic relationship, now that you've released that, here comes new love in your life. New and exuberant love coming across your path. Why? Because you are happy, exuberant, you are charismatic, you feel free, you're on your throne, you're inspiring people, and you've moved on from something that has burned you in the past, and you're making room for expansion. That's why I see how this person is standing on a bank of water. They could be at a beach. Not that somebody would be dressed like this at a beach, but depending on what kind of beach it is, it could be like literally right out somebody's backyard. But bottom line is that this energy is you're cooling off from just the thought or the words, thought, or deed of a person, place, or thing that burns you like a blowtorch. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody. So the messages that may seem like they're garbled, they may be slow. Like for instance, there could be energies around you right now that's like trying to hurry up and speed up the process of you responding to them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? They could seem like they're warming up to you, then blowtorch you. That's an indication that it's time for you to release them. Because again, I try to explain to everybody that receivers, which are feminine signs, that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, you all need time to process information. Somebody tell you, see or hear something, whether you're listening to them, somebody talking, or you're hearing something on the radio, or you need time to process what you just received through your ear gate or your eye gate or in your aura, right? And if people are not respectful of that and they're just like rushing you, they don't care about what else is going on in your life, it's time to release them, okay? So pay attention. It doesn't matter what form it comes in. It can come in the form of a family member, or ex-friend, an ex-lover, a job. If they're not giving you time to process, remember, keep in mind, Mercury is post shadow, so the messages may be still kind of slow for you to try to get a chance to just process and grasp and hold on to what are the messages that are trying to come through. Let me pay attention. And if somebody's trying to rush you and they're getting upset because you're not moving fast enough, then guess what? You need to release them. That's God's way of saying this is not an energy that you want to, because it's not like planets stop going retrograde. Don't get frustrated with yourself. That's God's way of saying you need to release them, a person, place, or thing. Hopefully that helps somebody. Here we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and also the Six of Cups, and also the Five. See, I told you, right here. This right here, somebody that's getting on your last nerve. Their words cut deep like a sword. Guess what Source is saying to you? Get as far away from that energy as possible. Person, place, or thing. Just get as far away from it as possible so that you can recharge and reset. Remember, this is your time for rest. When we talk new moon energy, we just had a super new moon in Aquarius, right? And so Aquarius is a masculine sign, and it's sword energy, but it's a water bearer. It's an air sign, but it's a water bearer, and you're a water sign. If people's words and their actions are causing you to overthink it because they said something hurtful, don't justify that in your mind and try to nurture that by saying, well, you know what, maybe I do need to move a little quicker, or maybe listen, a person who genuinely wants to be with you, like I'm seeing here, will never make your inner child feel, and you're not overly sensitive. You are sensitive because you are the mother of the Zodiac, right? So you don't want to change that part of who you are because somebody's trying to rush you into making a decision about something. It's time for them to move on with their lives, right? So here we have the Page of Wands. Somebody's, like I said, some new and exuberant love is coming across somebody's path, and the energy will be just, you're like, wow, this is nice, right? It just feels like a new, Page energy is youthful energy. So Source wants you to operate in faith. Source wants you to operate in faith. When we have new moon, a lot of times people don't rest. They don't rest during new moon, and they just want life to just keep on flowing as usual because you're looking at it from a worldly standpoint. Source is like, you're not of the world, so don't act like the world. I don't care if you got to go to a job every single day. If it's your manager trying to rush you into something, or if it's a love interest trying to rush you into something or whatever, I got to operate in my pace. Give me some time. You let your manager know, I'll have an answer for you by such and such date. But you take your time and slow down and recharge so you can think clearly. If it's a love interest and they've shown you a pattern of blowing up and getting upset, it's always a problem with something, because I'm seeing a lot of fire energy here. Blowing up and getting a problem, not giving you an opportunity to process anything, then it's time for you to go ahead and just recognize they've already burned their bridge with me. That's not for me. I'm moving on. So here we have the Six of Cups. So Source wants somebody to operate in a spirit of faith. And also here we have wish fulfillment for you. So I say you becoming wiser. The sooner you get away from energies like that are constantly trying to blow towards you with their words, the sooner you'll meet your person, if that's what you desire. If you desire to meet a person, because it looks like it's a lot of fire energy here, so you could have been hurt by or manipulated by a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That could have just been one scenario here, but for you, you don't need to feel the blowtorch when you're trying to. Remember, you gotta keep in mind something too, Cancer. Keep in mind that you have an entire universe of things that's going on. That looks like work for some people. That looks like kids for some people. That look work, kids. other family members, you got friendships, you got a whole universe. And if somebody is blowtorching you with their words or their actions because the focus is not on them, when you're trying to process everything else that's in your water, you got to operate in faith and say, I need to go ahead and release this. I need to go ahead and get as far away from this as possible because I can't even process everything else that's going on in my universe. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for you. That's what I'm seeing for you because it can be overwhelming. Some people have had parents that have been overwhelming, and you didn't recognize as a child. Hey, it seemed like I can't even have a moment to myself to think about what I'm trying to even process. It's not even making sense, and I'm being being mistreated. Four of Swords, the Three of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Cups card. We have the Page of Pentacles, and the Magician card. So the Page of Pentacles lets me know that new money is coming across somebody's path. That could be a new friend in terms. It could be a new business venture that somebody has coming across their path. But I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune. There's great expansion that's coming your way in terms of money and time. Time is currency. So it's going to be like, okay, I remember you all are the mother sign and the money sign, and you got messages that's coming through. So be very sensitive to the people that you meet after you release energies that have tried to blowtorch you. Be very careful about the energies that you meet because you don't want to come across as a person that's bruised and primed for a narcissist. Okay? All right, here we have the Eight of Cups. I do see you walking away from something that just doesn't serve your highest purpose. I don't see you waiting to get burned again. That's what I can't. I see you walking into your life purpose. One of the things about a moon in Taurus, which we're coming up on a moon in Taurus on the 28th of this month. That's what I'm telling everybody. Rest your brains, rest your mind, rest your spirit. Because if you're not resting, Cancer, it can be overwhelming in your water. Source is trying to bless you with a lot of great opportunities to meet energies. Magician card is attached to Mercury, which is post shadow. So every dream that comes down, everything, every time you feel something about something, while you're next to water and you're looking at water and you're that close to water, pay attention to the messages that are coming through, even if they seem garbled. Even if you wake up and say, I only remember a little bit of this, the moment your eyes pop open, whatever you remember, journal it. Because it's Source's way of trying to get messages through to you. So make sure you get your rest. Here we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Even when you watch this video, if you feel like, okay, man, I should have written down that dream I remembered the other night, don't fret. Don't get upset with yourself. Say, okay, if I have another dream or some thoughts come down, I'm going to start jotting down those messages. Here we have the Three of Swords. Because if you're overthinking a situation, sometimes you don't even realize you're walking around like a person who is hurting. You're overthinking, and then you start indulging in other things that just are unhealthy because you're overthinking it. So it could be unhealthy eating, it could be unhealthy sexual practices, it could be something unhealthy because you're still trying to process something where somebody may have blowtorched you, said or did something that was very hurtful to you. And so Source says, get rid of them first, get near some water, so that I can give you the messages that I need to give to you, and that's Source. So I can give you the messages so that you don't come across as a person who is, having to repeat cycles. Because again, we have love coming somebody's way. We have, and it's a new and exuberant love coming somebody's way. I want somebody to operate in faith. Clear messages are coming through, but the message that's not garbled is this message. Anybody, anything from your past or currently that's in your life that is hurtful with their words or their actions towards you while you're in rest state. Remember, we had a super new moon on the 21st. We have a first quarter moon on the 1st. So that take as long as you need to. Usually it's 3 days before the major moon phase and then 3 days afterward. If you need to take the whole 7 days to rest your mind and say, listen, I need to put everybody on pause while I take my spiritual showers, my spiritual bath. Meaning, it doesn't mean that you have to stop talking to people. That's what I want you to be clear on. But let's say, for instance, Cancer, you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna take a spiritual bath every night at 6 or 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, wherever time zone you're in. Doesn't really matter. I'm just giving you an example. Don't deviate from that. That's your rest time to receive messages from Source. During that time, put on your sacral chakra music. Some people can't sleep with music in the background. Some people need complete total darkness and complete silence. Put your music on while you're in the tub. Don't listen to anything else. Close your eyes. Put a warm cloth over your eyes to keep your eyes closed, and just think, okay, source, you know, share the messages with me, but do it for a straight 7 days if this is not your normal routine, because you're trying to get some clarity, some answers that's coming through. Remember, Mercury is post shadow until the 7th of February, so if you need to extend it there, again, you're trying to de-stress so that clarity can come through, right? But anything that you don't even have to take a bath to know this. Anything or anybody that's trying to rush you to process something and you're not ready yet, they need to go. I'm not telling anybody to quit their job or anything like that, but I'm talking about if you got any friendships, romantic relationships where people are not being fair enough to your own inner child, you're going to have to learn how to protect your inner child. So hopefully that makes sense to somebody. Strength card, 5 of Wands. We have the Justice card. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm seeing justice in somebody's favor. We have the Strength card. We also have the 8 of Cups and also the King of Wands. So again, Justice card is attached to Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus. We're also coming up on the first quarter moon in Taurus. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. I do see you severing ties with something or somebody, right? And again, I do see new and exuberant love coming across somebody's path. And I do see here we have the Ace of Pentacles, more money coming across your path as well. You continuing to work very hard. Like I said, new money is coming across your path. It's like somebody is building something from the ground up, whether you're building a business, whether you're starting some kind of new project. Source is going to send new people across your path to help you do it, which is going to translate to money. So that's going to give you, your time is your currency. That's where your time is going to be invested, not wasted. Your time is going to be invested in some kind of new something. Somebody has to understand. Here we have the five of Wands. Somebody has been dealing with somebody with at least 5 generations of chaos and confusion and just traumas. So that if you need to understand, that could be the reason why. It doesn't matter how they present themselves. I'm telling you, spiritually, something goes down deep 5 generations that you couldn't fix even if you wanted to mother that energy. So just move on from it. Here we have the Strength card. Strength card is letting me know that somebody's getting your spiritual focus back again. Here we have the 8 of Cups twice. See how this person right here is on the quest? You can see it. This somebody's like coming up out of some kind of rubble. They're coming up out of a lower frequency up to a higher plane, getting laser focused again about how you see your life. So just to kind of sort of run it back, Cancer, I'm seeing somebody in a happy, healthy, whole, peaceful relationship that works for them, and it's an exuberant love in a way that they inspire you but don't burn you with their words or actions. I also see somebody cutting off or leaving a bridge that's burned in the past, meaning that you're taking their number out your phone. You're just completely moving on from it. If there are pictures or text messages between you all, unless there's a court case involved, which I see you winning. But either way, bottom line, once it's over, it's completely over. I'm getting rid of all of it. I want no traces of it. If I happen to see the person in the street or on vacation or wherever it is that you're going, because I'm looking at the 3 of Wands and I'm seeing a lot of expansion here, it's like I said, you've moved on. You're moving on. So there's just some energies that are just inconsiderate. They don't. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about what they want, not about what you want. And people are inconsiderate during your time because it's a lot of sword energy here and a lot of fire energy here. If they're inconsiderate during the time the things were actually done to you, hurtful to you, whether you've experienced a lot of betrayal and hurt, lies, all that kind of stuff, and they are inconsiderate to all of that, not giving you a time to heal. Maybe you could have experienced some death in your family, and they're still trying to rush you to all of that. It's time to let them go. It's time to let them go. This is where, as the mother of the Zodiac sign, you are mothering yourselves and releasing them, because they have the capacity to mother themselves too through their moon sign. That's how we mother ourselves, right? Through our moon sign. But you all are the mother. Prosperity lies ahead. That's right. Prosperity lies ahead for you. Like I said before, we're coming up on the first quarter moon in Taurus. Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus, the planet of love and pleasure in every area of your life, your relationships, art and music, money, whatever it is that you want. It's feminine energy where source is trying to send your way, but you're gonna have to flush out your water sign. You're gonna have to flush out any insensitive energies that have cut you like a sword or burned you like a blowtorch. You're gonna have to release them. That's the action. That's the masculine energy that source is trying to get you to take. Masculine, like tap into your masculine energy and release it. This is not where that moon in Taurus is about being stubborn. Not necessarily, because Taurus is a feminine energy, but it's an earth sign. But the symbol is a bull, and so this is where you, and it's fixed energy, whereas you are a cardinal. This is where you have to take the initiative so that you don't come across as being stubborn and then turn around and have to pay the price later on. Anything or anybody that's trying to, it's time to go. Journal. 29 is your number. 29 is your number. 29 reduces to 11. This is where you're stepping into your own light because, again, prosperity in every area. That's what I'm saying. When I'm looking at wish fulfillment, be careful of what you wish for, because be careful because you're going to get it. Be careful of what you wish for, so you're going to get it. Don't bring any negativity into what you're wishing for, Cancer. I hope you hear me. Don't say, but none of my relationships worked out in the past. You just release that into the universe. If anything, I see myself in happy, healthy, whole relationships. I see myself building from the ground up in some very healthy relationships. I see that. You just got to take the action of releasing anything else. You don't have to say it. Unless you're saying it to yourself, I need to go ahead and finalize and wrap this up and go ahead and close it out. I need to go ahead and sever ties with them. I need to go ahead and close this out. But yeah, I see that somebody has a feeling that something has been closed out and that it's over with. And it is over with. And so Source is saying, I'm giving you some time to really make peace with something that's over, severing ties with something so that you can live your absolute best life. Let's see what your number is, Cancer. Let's see what your number is so we can go ahead and close this out. Let's see what your number is so we can go ahead and close this out. Let's see what your number is. Let's see what your number is. The number 3, I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. That's your number. Your number is the number 3. Let's pull an affirmation card and let's go ahead and close this out. Let's pull an affirmation card and close this out, Cancer. But yeah, somebody has really desired to kind of settle down and meet their person. It doesn't matter whether it's a same-sex relationship or an opposite, or heterosexual or homosexual, it doesn't matter. But whatever you desire, their energy won't feel like your inner child is unprotected around them, and then vice versa. Their inner child won't feel unprotected around you. It's exactly what you felt like you needed, right? Here we go, freedom. That's right. You're freeing yourself from all that other stuff in the past. Here we go. I am free to be me. I am free to live fully. I am present in this moment. I am not bound by my circumstances. I am stronger than fear or doubt. I have the power to create a new reality. That's what I'm saying. Justice is in somebody's favor. So somebody could have felt like they were bound by something, like still connected to something from your past, or that you're currently connected. Even if you're connected through children, Source is saying operate in faith and not operate in fear, and keep moving towards your life purpose. Get clarity of focus there. And what is going to help you do that? Water. Being near water. So take this time to really relax your mind before you get moving in the first quarter moon in Taurus, which is on the 28th. So get moving just means before you start taking action to say, okay, you know what? I've had my time to rest, relax. I've thought about the seeds I wanted to plant, that I wanted to manifest. So now it's time for me to take action in the direction of making some moves, making some phone calls, reaching out to some people, doing some things, but leaving the past behind. That's what I have for you, Cancers. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all on Freedom Friday. Bye.